The Tai Chi has 5 major recognized styles: Chen style, Yang style, Wu style, Wu Hao style. And Wu Hao style is the style that Sifu Rick Thomas is part of, and he's the 7th generation lineage holder, not the only one, but part of the lineage of the Wu Hao style, and I'm part of the Chen style. And there's also a Sun style. Sun is spelled like a sun. But just all these styles are named after family names. So these are the recognized 5 major families. But today in China, there are almost dozens of different other styles.
Well, now, let me interrupt you for just a minute, and perhaps both of you will want to help answer this. Aren't the styles recognized by the government of China? And isn't there some registry that if you achieve a certain level as a master, you're
of credibility.
Credibility, exactly.
Yes.
That you're listed with the government of China?
Originally, the idea is very much of a tradition, which is more like a consensus building. Because of your reputation and the popularity and the how many people follow the style, and we say that when you actually go through to a level that the style will pass on, will have a life of its own without the master, then the people will recognize it as a style. Say that Wu Hao style already has 7 generations, and worldwide there are thousands of people practicing this style, and it's not dependent on just one single master anymore, so it will be recognized as a style. And all the other 4 are similar.
And Rick, you've been recognized by the government of China, have you not?
Well, yes, I have. I just fell into this whole journey of Chinese martial arts, and next thing I know is I'm in China, and I've earned somewhat of a reputation from the United States teaching people Tai Chi. You know, there's this American who's teaching Tai Chi.
Well, that's the odd thing about it
Yeah,
to me.
yeah, and so I was accepted, the first foreigner, and you were describing China as being inclusive. Well, you know, the world is changing.
This is one of the things I like to point out, that in China, especially the people have tremendous appreciation for anything that a Westerner, such as Rick Thomas, does in promoting or in becoming part of their culture. And they are deeply appreciative from the bottom of their heart, and they make a special effort to recognize things like this. I have no doubt I did not go with Sifu Thomas to China on every trip, but from my personal experience, I'm sure that every time he was there, he has been very well looked after, and you probably can speak for yourself in that regard. The Chinese people always recognize foreigners, including Americans, and for their promotions and appreciation of anything Chinese.
Yeah, I take regular groups of people to China. And,
oh, really?
And every time, every trip I take to China is better than the last. Every time I feel like I'm amongst friends and family. You know, people are people wherever we go. But China is a very wonderful, friendly place, and part of what I enjoy doing is helping Americans open their eyes that there is another part of this planet, and that's the Chinese people that are very warm and caring and giving.
We talked about this just briefly before we started taping today. I'll be 66 years old this summer, and you know, in the last couple of years, I've noticed it's easier to sit down when you start to put your pants on.
Yeah.
Or if I do it standing up, I might teeter just a little bit. And yet I'm told that one of the health benefits that one would derive from Tai Chi is a better sense of balance. Am I correct on that?
Definitely, definitely. As a matter of fact, in terms of age, around Tai Chi really starts after the age of 50.
Oh, really?
And but you can learn it and try to mature